Hi, very good afternoon to all. My name is Bhavana and our subject is BOM, that is Business Organization and Management. This is for BCom first years in first semester, both general and computer students. In this previous lecture, we discussed there are some important documents in preparing in Companies Act. While we starting a company, we require some important documents that are Memorandum of Association, Articles of Association and Prospectus. In this previous lecture, we discussed what is the Memorandum of Association, definition and what are the features and what are the classes. But one of the students says my voice isn't clear in particular topic, so that is the reason I am today again repeating the complete concept. Let's see here. Preparation of important documents. Important documents are there Memorandum of Association, Articles of Association and Prospectus. These are very important documents while we starting a company. So first, Memorandum of Association. Memorandum of Association is a basic document of a company. We can say it is the basic document of a company. Statutory definition means there is a standard definition for Memorandum of Association. Memorandum means Memorandum of Association of a company as originally framed. It is originally framed or as altered. It may be altered from time to time in the pursuance of any previous company's law. Previous companies, like according to the 1956 or 2013, there is a changes, so we can alter. Or of the act to section 50, if there is an act, that is Companies Act section 2 subsection 56, according to this also our previous law also of Companies Act may change or alter. So we can say there is a statutory definition. Memorandum means the Memorandum of Association of a company as originally framed. They are originally framed or altered. Altered means they may be a changes from time to time. Changes means according to the rules and regulations prescribed in the act only, not by our own self. Okay. And as given by the Lord Cairns, according to the Lord Cairns, he says memorandum serves as two purposes. Memorandum serves mainly for two purposes. It enables the shareholders, creditors and those who deal with the company to know what its powers are, what is the range of activities. According to the Lord Cairns, he says memorandum is very useful for two purposes. It enables the shareholders, according to the view of shareholders, creditors and those who deal with the company, those who are dealing with the company, they know the powers and what is the range of, they know the what is the power of the company, what is the range of activities. His range of activities, every company has its limits. What is its range? You must know. So this according to the Lord Cairns, he says that it is very useful to the shareholders and creditors to know the power of the company and range of activities. Likewise, anyone dealing with the company will know. If anyone want to interest to deal with the company, to know whether the transaction he intends to make with the company is within the objects of company or not, ultra vires. Means he says anyone want to do company with want to do interest to like invest money within the company. So we know that the transaction is made with the company. We are doing the transaction within the company or to any mediators or within the object is very good or not, we have to refer. Of the companies are not ultra vires. Ultra vires means it is a negative word. If there is an illegal object is doing, we can say there is a ultra vires. It is an opposite for intra vires is good and ultra vires is bad. Means any activity doing, if the company is doing any illegal business or not in the purview of the business, we can say it is an ultra vires. It should not be an ultra vires. Means it should be an intra vires. Next, what are the importance of memorandum? Importance, we can say it is a key document and public document. Why you can say key document? In this memorandum, everything is mentioned about the company. Everything is mentioned in the Memorandum of Association. So we can say we want to know about the company. So memorandum must and should require. So we can say it is a key document. Memorandum is a key document containing vital details about the company. You can say it is a key document. It contains vital details, means complete information about the particular company. So we can say it is a key document. It is the most important document as regards incorporation of the company is concerned. It is the most important document like while we starting a company. So we can say it is a key document. Key means we know it is a very important. Next, This is the most fundamental document. We can say it is a fundamental document, means when we want to start a company, it is the basic document. So we have to prepare first. So we can say it is a fundamental document of the company, specifying the most important information relating to the company. Very most important information are completely recorded in this memorandum of association. It is also public document. Why memorandum is a public document? That is, any person, whether a member of the company or not, can inspect in the office of register according to the section 399 of the Companies Act 2013. Anyone asked in which section we have to inspect our memorandum of association, that is section 399 of the Companies Act 2013. According to the section 399 of the Companies Act 2013, not only the members, any person want or interest, we have to invest in the particular company, they want to inspect the memorandum of association. So we can say it is a public document. Not only the members, the other person also can inspect the memorandum of association, can know about the company powers and what are the limits of the business, which type of business they are doing, who are the members of the business, is the members liability is limited or unlimited, everything is mentioned in the memorandum. So you know that everything, we have to know about everything about the company. So we inspect memorandum of association. So we can say it is a key document and public document. Next, features of memorandum of association. What are the features? Features are characteristics are same. Every company must prepare its own memorandum of association. Every company prepares its own memorandum of association. It is a constitution of a company. You can say it is the constitution of the company. It is unable charter of the company. It is unalterable. So we cannot alter according to our own views. If there is alteration, there is a certain procedure is required. It shows the permitted range of activities. It shows very permitted range of activities. Beyond this permit, we are unable to do business. Then we can say it is an ultra wide. It is prepared in paragraphs, numbered properly and in sequence. It is prepared in, the memorandum is prepared in the paragraph wise, numbered properly. Everything we have to numbered, means each number you have to number proper, like 1, 2, 3, and in a sequence. It is prepared by promoters, those who want to promote the business. You already read the definition of promoter, promoting kinds of promoters. So it is prepared by the promoters. It is signed by at least 7 persons in public company and 2 persons in private company. The memorandum is signed by at least 7 persons in case of public company and 2 persons in case of private company. These are the features of memorandum of association. Next, what are the contents of memorandum? Every company must have its own memorandum. Every company must have its own memorandum of association. No company can be registered without a memorandum. No company can register, means no company can get a registration without the memorandum. So it is one of the main documents that are required to be filled with the register. Document must be filled with the register at the time of registration. While the company we are get registration, at the time of registration, the document must be filled with the register. There are different types of classes. Name class has mentioned, like while we choosing a name of the company, if there is a private limited company, at the end we have to put private limited. It is a public limited company, at the end we put limited. In case of section 8 companies, under section 8 means it is a non-profit organization, there is not required the private or public limited. A company is a legal person, hence it must have name to be identified. A company is a legal person. It is a legal person. You already read the characteristics of the company. So there, a company is a legal person. The first class of memorandum therefore states the name, the proposed company. The first class is name class. In the yesterday we discussed everything in very detailed way. So today I am just giving a brief discussion. Situational class means where the company is situated, in which state the company is situated, we have to mention in situation class. The second class in memorandum of association must contain the name of the state in which the register office of a company shall be situated. In situation class, where the company is situated can be recorded in situation class. And objectives. In objective class, which type of objectives we are doing, what is the powers of members, and what is the range of activities, everything you have to mention in objective class. Objective class is the most important class of memorandum of association. They define the objectives laid down in the business up to the maximum permitted range. It requires only up to the permitted range. The rules is to protect first members. Objective class is important for first to protect the members. Second, public who deal with the company at once know the exact of company power. Those any person want to deal with the company, they know the power of the company. The objective of company must not be illegal, like a lottery business or some smuggling business. These kind of activities are not undertaken by the company. They must not be against the provisions of Companies Act. They must not means the rules and regulations are required in the companies. Every company should follow these rules and regulations only. They must not be against the company, not beyond the against of the rules. So we can say it is an illegal business. Next, liability class. Liability means the members of liability complete mentioned in this class. If the members of liability is guarantee amount, so up to the guarantee amount only the members liability, and if the liability of members is limited by shares, up to his share capital only is limited. The numbers of members is unlimited, so his liability is completely unlimited. This kind of information or everything is mentioned in the liability class. Next, capital class. Capital means how much capital we are contributing to our company. The capital is converted into shares for a fixed amount. So how much shares are to be converted? So this complete information is recorded in capital class. In case of company having share capital, the memorandum shall contain capital class. The capital class of memorandum states that the amount of share capital with which the company is registered, how much amount of share capital is registered for starting a company, and subscribed for at least every person have to be subscribed at least one share. The division of authorized share capital into shares, we have to divide the complete authorized capital into a shares. Next, subscription class. How many shares are subscribed for each and every member? All these details are mentioned. Every subscriber shall agree to subscribe at least one share. Every subscriber go and subscribe at least one share. The number of shares subscribed by each subscription shall be indicated opposite his name. Like that, we have to mention name and shares. Name like Harsha is subscribed for 10 shares. We have to prepare a record like this in subscription class. How many shares are subscribed for each and every member, we have to recorded in clearly. Next, nomination class. Nomination class, it is a newly introduction class in Companies Act according to the Companies Act 2013. In case of one person company, if the one person has become died, in the case of death also the name of the person must be recorded in the memorandum class. In case of one person company, the memorandum shall state that name of person who in the event of death of the subscriber shall become the member. In case of death also he become the member of the company, we have to mention his name in memorandum of association. You can say it is a nomination class. Already up to now we discussed in yesterday's class. Because of one of the student asked me the voice is not clear, that's why I repeat again the complete topic, and I'm starting today's new topic. Today I want to discuss provisions relating to the alteration of memorandum as per the section 13 of the Companies Act. Up to now we discuss what is the memorandum and what is the importance of memorandum, features of memorandum, and different classes in memorandum. In main definition we discussed that if there is an alteration is also done, for that alteration we require some procedure. So today we are discussing which procedure is required for alteration of some classes. So provisions relating to the alteration of memorandum as per section 13 of the Companies Act, we have to alter such class. They add some procedure, we have to follow the procedure only. There is an alteration in memorandum, otherwise we are unable to alter. Let's see the procedure. Provisions relating to the alteration of memorandum as per section 13 of the Companies Act 2013. Provisions contained in the act for the alteration of the capital class. First, we want to alter the capital class. What are the provisions required? The capital class of memorandum may be altered by complying with the requirements of section 61. As per the section 61 of the Companies Act 2013, what are the rules and regulations prescribed in this section? It is required. Only company capital class section 61 rules and regulations required. Alteration of, if there is any alter of other classes, any other class of memorandum may be altered by, we have to pass a special resolution, but by alteration of capital class we are unable to pass special resolution. complying with the procedure specified in the section. As per the section 13, there is a rules and regulations prescribed. What is a board? There are two types of resolutions: board resolution and special resolution. Board resolution is nothing but like board meeting, and special resolution is nothing but we want to take any important decision only, then we conduct a special resolution. Board resolution we already discussed. We have 21-day notice is required for conducting a board meeting and board resolution as well. In the special resolution, there is an importance is required. They gathered up to now, like they gathered very quickly for taking a right decision. So special resolution is required when they want to take like very, you can say we want to change in a capital like that. We can say special resolution means like we want to add any member of the company, we want to change the director for the special we can say like very important decisions. So very important decisions only we can do special resolution. We can conduct the special board meeting. In case of board, normal board meetings. In special resolution, if there is, we want to take a very very special information like or a very important decision in according to the company, very important decision only the special resolution has to be conducted. According to the, if any alteration means it is a very important in our company, so in this case we have to take a special resolution. But in case of capital class, while there is any change in capital only, we are not required a special resolution, we require only a ordinary resolution. In the next lecture, I want to give a brief introduction according to the special resolution and board resolution. Definitely, I'll give a brief explanation according to the board and special resolution. Let's start. Today we discuss alteration. We have very important, there are 4 important classes we require the procedure. There is a name class, alteration, if there is an alteration in name class, and next alteration in the objective class, and alteration in a capital class and situation class. Name class, objective class, situation class and capital class. These 4 classes are very important for the alteration. They require certain procedures for alteration of the name or objective class or capital class or situational class. Today we discuss what are the alterations. Up to now I hope you understand the lecture. If you have any doubts, let me know. I definitely clarify your doubts.